This is Observer Radio.
You're listening to the voice of the people on Observer Radio.
Welcome back to Voice of the People on Observer Radio 91.1 FM. Paul and you, a regular operator.
Yeah. I work on it every day in the shower. Yeah, absolutely.
Friends, we have a very special guest, and you ought to do the introduction.
I will do that. Listen, folks in Radioland, far and near, in Antigua, in the region, and internationally in the diaspora, we are delighted today to have in studio with us Miss Joshuanette Francis. She is of Joshuanette's World, and by now everybody have to know about Joshuanette's World. She's an environmentalist, conservative, advocate, teacher, avid hiker, I might add, and outdoor enthusiast. Everybody welcome Joshuanette Francis. Joshuanette, good afternoon.
Joshuanette.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to Voice of the People.
Thank you. Good afternoon to anybody who's listening. And special good afternoon to Alicia Benjamin, that's my friend, and the other person behind Joshuanette's World. And today is her birthday, so it's
Happy birthday.
Why you didn't bring her? Why you didn't bring her?
Unfortunately, she doesn't have a free period right now.
All right, very good. Now, Joshuanette, just on an aside, are you related to Joshua Francis, the late Joshua Francis? They came. He was married to one of those hall pikes. They came from Sweets, John Hughes area.
I am not sure. I'd ask my dad when I get home.
Yeah, 'cause he's a Francis, no?
And is all Francis related?
Well, those from that area there. I believe you are. But you have some exciting news to share with all of Antigua and Barbuda. And you were the lady, you made it your mission to go to every single beach in Antigua and Barbuda. Identify every single beach. Talk to the people. Tell us what you've been finding.
When I spoke to you guys last in August of last year, I said to you guys, well, I am on a hunt for all 365 beaches, and I had written down 250. I'm at 290 now. So what I did is my friend and I, Alicia, we wrote down all the beaches on a notepad, and I am going to document it all on my YouTube channel.
Well, let me just ask you, how many of them you done visit out of the 290 so far?
I have on record about 50 of them that I've already visited, have a video for.
Hey, look, I wonder how many people in Antigua have visited 50 beaches. Paul, you think you're at 50?
More than 50. Well, look, when I brought my first wife here a couple of years ago, I rented it, and we did 20 beaches in one day. 20. We did something called beach hopping because she's of Dominican extraction, and she used to always brag about the beautiful beaches in the Dominican Republic. And I said to her, you need to see Antigua's beaches. So when we came, and she finally admitted to me, she said, Paul, honey, yeah. When somebody from the Dominican Republic tell you that Antigua's beaches are better, ain't no beating that, because they're very proud of their beaches.
So, Joshuanette, tell me why, first of all, it's important that Antiguans and Barbudans know about or care about or visit the beaches that we have here.
I really think we need to get to the place where we are proud Antiguans and Barbudans, and we know the culture and the history of Antigua and Barbuda. We go on television, we advertise 365 beaches, a beach for every day of the year. However, nowhere on island, no one has documented or pinpointed all 365 beaches. Like, we can't do that. If you're going to go to the world and say, here is it, you need to have, here is it, where is it, how do we get there?
Now, of the 50 beaches that you've already visited, could you name some of them, please?
Oh my gosh, I didn't bring that book. But yes.
Off the top of your head.
Let me go to the top of my head. So we're going to go fries. We have little fries. We have big fries. And then we have Darkwood, Turner's. After Turner's, there is a beach there, Old People Bay. Then we have Top Bay. We have Cades Bay. We have Erlin's Bay. We have Morris Bay. We have Carlisle's Bay. Then we have, so we're at 10. We have Pigeon Point, we have Long Bay, we have up by Devil's Bridge, there are like 7 beaches going around Devil's Bridge there. So if we were to just add those 7, we would be at 19. Then we have there is Dickerson Bay, so that's 20, and then we can go Fort, and down by Fort James there are like at least 3 other beaches down there, so we're at 24. Wow, I have 24 off my head. I learned the last time I was here Hog John Bay, that is down by Royalton, just before we get to the actual hotel, before you cross over the bridge, that there is Hog John Bay.
Yes.
And after Hog John Bay, there are like 2 other beaches there, and then we have Rendezvous. Going around to Rendezvous, there are like 5 beaches. Kids, round to after we leave from Calais Bay, and we're gonna go over the hill to Cactus Hill. There are 4 beaches. Before you get to Rendezvous itself, there are also 4 beaches. So we still have the debate that I have is how many islands that we have. I found out, I'm not sure, and somebody can correct me. On the maps, we have 3 Pelican Islands. I am not even sure if that's correct. We have Great Bird Island and we have Bird Island. Then we have Sandy Island. We have Maiden Island. We have Goat Island. We have so many islands, and all those beaches also have
all the
islands have beaches around. And then in Barbuda, we have they have 17 miles. We have the Pink Sand.
Which one is 17 miles?
I don't know. I haven't been to Barbuda yet, but I called somebody and they were like,
yeah, Princess Diana.
Yes.
That's my favorite day down there by where the PLH people are. Wonderful beach.
They have Low Bay. They have 2 Foot Bay.
Yes.
Oh, you need. Yeah, these are all places out there.
Barbuda, you should go. You can't do it in a day. You have to go for a weekend.
Yes.
And I'm going to tell you, over there, they're going to give you a lot of food to eat. But when you're finished with beach, you will talk about your warm beach. That's a beach over there in the Barbuda.
Yeah, so we have a lot. Like there are, and just off the top of my head, I can go to 50. So we definitely know that I think that 365 is possible.
Have you done that circumnavigation cruise around Antigua and Barbuda?
So I've done the circumnav several times. I did it with excellence and what that they cut. However, when I was doing the circumnav, I wasn't counting beaches.
Okay.
But what I did do is one of my colleagues, thank you very much, Barry, Shazi, and Alicia again, we all went on a boat and we were just counting the beaches. So the last time we were here, we talked about the definition of a beach, and we said a beach is where high and low water marks meet, and what we use to determine if it's actually 2 separate beaches is the formation of the land. Because obviously if we were to take, for example, Fry's Beach, Little Fry's and Big Fry's, you know for sure it's 2 different beaches because the land formation, it goes out and then the beach would be on the 2 opposite sides.
There's a cove.
There's a cove.
Right.
However, when we go to Darkwood, that is just one single stretch of beach. So you definitely have to know what we're looking for and how we identify them.
And have you been up to Fitch's Creek area there behind by the St. George's Anglican Church?
Unfortunately, no, I'm not. I haven't gone there as yet.
You haven't gone there yet, because I am not sure. My mom used to take us up there all the time because she found it very nice. She really loved it, but we didn't have any sand there. There was no sand there. What you had there were a lot of little boats and a jetty. And so we always said, Ma, why you bring us up here? She says, because she just liked the peace and the tranquility of that beach just a little south of St. George's Anglican Church. And so that was one of our beaches. So you need to go all up there. You need to go to Beachcomber. You need to go to High Point. That's another place she used to take us, because she said, oh, Winthorpe's was up here, and that's why I like to come here. Go around by Jabberwock. Go all around there, Blue Waters and all of that. There are about 4 beaches behind Weatherill's estate. So I'm just telling you, Del, you still have quite a lot of ground to cover.
Not only that, but you counted the beaches down by York's side coming around, by about 6 of them behind
York's, and behind by Hermitage also have like 6 of them behind.
That is behind it.
Yes,
behind Perns, what is now Perns Point.
Yes.
They have a Princess Diana beach behind.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But behind there they have Mosquito Bay.
Yes, I saw that one.
Princess Diana Bay. They have a beach that can only hold about 3 people behind there as well. So if you want to get a little getaway, Paul, you can go behind there.
Well, my getaway there were 2 of them I had down in my area. There was a bay called Lovers Beach on the other side of Fort James. And then
you could walk there.
Yeah. You just go on a little cove there down from Side Hill. Yeah. Lovers used to go down there and do a little something.
Yeah, that is bathed in the water.
And Hawksbill too, or Hawksbill has the nude beach, and Hawksbill itself has 4 beaches along that line.
That whole line. Yeah.
And you know,
do they still have that nude beach down there?
Yeah. It's down
Franz,
there.
how you know?
Yeah, I went there.
Did you follow the rules, Fran?
I went there to check it out. But you know, up by where they have that place, Hammock Cove now, in there, behind there, they had the beach that many people didn't know about it before. But that is the beach they take and make that new hotel up there. I hope that we have some access to that.
We still have, there's like a gate that you can walk down. I know the beach you're talking to. It's pretty shallow. I think they shot the movie, the Sweetest Mango, when she was I think that is the beach that they did. So, and even when we went to, I actually, last year, shout out to everybody who hikes with 5 a.m. hikers. I really love that.
Hey, shout out 5 a.m.
So we actually did a hike, and first time in my life I went to Freetown, and
you can imagine, Paul.
Last
year, the first time you go Freetown.
You have a lot of beach to cover.
Right?
Look, and you say you've identified 290. We have 365.
Yeah, because obviously we have 365.
We have 365. But you know the number of beaches inside Mill Reef? You know the number of beaches in there?
7 of them.
I know, and inside of Jolly Harbour, inside Jolly Harbour have like 7 of them. So I'm telling you, there's so many beaches, right? It is next to impossible that we do not have a listing. Like, I feel like it's the government's responsibility to ensure we have it on the website. These are all the names of the beaches. These are where you can find them.
So just like how we can find a map of roads, you are saying as a tourist, because you say in your marketing you have 365, for the tourist that is adventurous and want to identify some beach and say, I am here, you are thinking that there should be a map where the tourist can choose any of the 365, name them, and physically show up there. And you're suggesting we don't have that now?
I'm not suggesting, I'm saying that
you know
have
for a
that.
fact.
I know for a fact that we don't have that.
Oh,
because even if I with my hiking app, I use this app called Relive, and anybody who hikes or does adventures, they can download it. When you use the Relive app, it shows you the island of Antigua and Barbuda, and it shows you the beaches. On that app, we only have 50 beaches listed.
Oh my goodness.
So if you get on the app, you can always tag me on social media when you actually do it, and just do an activity and then zoom around the island and just count the beaches. And it has Mosquito Bay, it has different beaches, and it does. I didn't recognize Pigeon Point wasn't listed. And you know, after Pigeon Point there's a beach right there.
I was asking about that beach. Some say it's Windward Beach. It's called Windward Beach.
Yes, and it's
around from Pigeon Point.
Yes.
Friends, didn't you see it when we were on the hike from the hill?
Yes, look coming down.
Yes, and unfortunately we can no longer drive in, but you can still walk into that particular beach. And as I said to you guys, last year I went to Freetown for the first time. I can't remember the beach right at the top, Half Moon Bay.
Yeah.
So after Half Moon Bay and you go around, there are like 4 other beaches too.
That's going to Mill Reef.
No, we're not going to Mill Reef. We're going to the other side. So we would have. I found like Soldier Crab Bay, and there are like 3 different beaches. And I decided the idea for why I'm here today to inform everybody and to invite everybody to come along with me is because when I went to the beaches, I recognized that we have a problem.
And remember, they had Seafort, Fillmore, Attil, tell me, and that little beach we went down there to, that we had to walk over the 5 islands.
Yes.
Nobody can drive to neither.
Unfortunately.
What's the problem you found?
I feel like we need to do better as a people. When you hike, when you go to the beach, you need to take home your trash. Too many people are just leaving their trash on the beach, and that is the inspiration for me. So initially I was going to clean 1 beach. I recognize cleaning 1 beach is not enough, so we're actually cleaning 4 beaches this year, and we cleaned 1 beach already on January.
Which one was that?
Soldier Crab Bay. 5 a.m. hikers showed me that one because I didn't even know it existed. And we took 35 bags of trash from the beach. Wow. It is crazy.
Kudos to Joshuanette's World for that civic duty that you're exercising there.
I really feel like I said to someone's like, why are you cleaning the beaches? Like, I am Antigua and Barbuda and you are Antigua and Barbuda. Yes, we have a prime minister. Yes, we have people involved. But we as citizens, we have to take responsibility for something. So for this year, I'm cleaning 4 beaches and I'm also going to be cleaning 4 of the hiking trails on island.
And what are the other 3? The other 3 beaches for this year?
So we haven't cleaned them as yet. So we're doing 1 beach and 1 trail each quarter. So the first cleanup was January the 3rd. The second cleanup is February the 28th. We're cleaning a trail, and the trail that we're cleaning on the 28th, you can join this movement. The information is available on my social media platform, Joshuanette's World, and there's a Google Doc form that you can fill out to be a part of it. We're going to be cleaning up by Devil's Bridge because, again, 5 a.m. hikers, we went there and the trail is horrible.
In terms of trash.
So we're going to go back and we're going to pick up the trash from the trail so that way that, we're doing one thing. And ironically, I saw some gentlemen in the newspaper the other day. They went and they cut Fort James. I feel like we as individuals, we can all team up and, do something for Antigua and Barbuda.
And talking about going up to to Devil's Bridge, on the way up there, I decided to just veer off the beaten path. And there's a beach there, Emerald Cove. I spent the whole day. I was on vacation last year.
Drive down straight before you go around the curve.
Yeah. Over there, and I spent the day there with a fisherman. He was just telling. He built his own boat. He goes out fishing. A nice man from Newfield. Oh, great guy. But he's telling me, oh, this is a nice beach over there, but we're not allowed to go over there. That kind of disturbed me. It's called Emerald Cove. And you could see the nice houses up there in the bush and a nice beach there, but
Paul, you know what you're saying
it's
there.
Off limits.
What you're saying there,
to guys like
Joshuanette.
me couldn't go down there.
Paul, I would just let the people of Antigua know there is no beach that you do not have landward access to. According to the DCA Control Act in Antigua and Barbuda. Just for the record, some people might tell you can't go there, but they're going to have to find a way for tap you from past. Even if you have to use a big vehicle for go there or on grader or on truck, nobody can stop you from having landward access according to the law to the beach. Now, of course, you have seaward access by the boat all the time. You can go to any beach in Antigua where there's a beach and go there according to the law, and nobody can do you anything. But in Antigua, we are afraid, okay? And so people tell Paul, well, you can't go over there because John, whoever, owned that. And I will just lap out tail behind out bottom and just say, okay, no problem.
Because I said to him, what's a nice place down there? And he said, no, the fishermen, we're allowed to stay here, but we can't go down there. And I said, where's the entrance to that? And it's on the main road. But you see, there's
This is going up to Devil's Bridge.
Yeah.
On the right-hand side?
If you're going up on the right-hand side.
Right. Yeah, before you go to the Devil's Bridge Road.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a trail.
To Hammock Cove?
Not Hammock. Emerald Cove.
And they have, I think, if I'm not mistaken, there may be another
one. And then
on
the other side, there's also a path for locals to go to some beach.
You hear that part? Hear what you just say. A path for locals. My God, in Antigua and Barbuda.
Me tell you, go up there one day and explore. This is what the locals tell me. They say, this is the path that we walk to go to the beach.
As opposed to the park where some people who are not local walk. Apartheid is creeping in here. We have to make sure that we stop that. So, Joshuanette, you're cleaning up beaches because you're a good citizen of Antigua and Barbuda. Tell us what you want us to do.
I want you to be a part of the cleanup. The more hands, the merrier.
Well, you can count me in.
Yes.
All right. So Paul on board, I'm on board there, and the idea is that I want to just go back. You're not suggesting that the authority is responsible for refuge removal and installation of garbage bins shouldn't do their work. You're not suggesting that.
Okay, so I believe that it's the government's responsibility.
Okay.
It is the government's responsibility
Right.
that we have facilities to put your trash in.
Okay.
However,
right.
we do not live in the perfect world,
True,
so that
true.
means we do not have the facilities in place.
True.
And we're in an economic crisis,
True.
so we obviously cannot be like, oh, go buy garbage bins.
Right,
So
right.
what we can do as citizens, I am going. You can come along with me.
Mm-hmm.
If you invite me to your own, I'm going to be there, because we have a responsibility to Antigua and Barbuda to ensure that we keep it clean. Somebody goes and they drop a bottle, then somebody else goes and they drop a tissue. I was so surprised that we took 35 bags of trash when we did our first cleanup. We were all so amazed. At one point, we're like, of all the things, why is there a clothes basket on the beach? Like, you would think you'd find all the things, but it's a clothes basket. Like, why is it here?
So it's nearly like there's dumping.
Correct.
That is happening
Illegal
on many
dumping.
of the beaches.
Many of the beaches, many of the trails. Even when you drive through some of the by roads, you can see that a truck driver probably picked up some trash from somebody's house, and they just drive through that part and they just dump it.
And you know what, too? And this, when I was part of a cleanup effort put on by Conrad Hunt, he's an ambassador up there in New York. He came home and put on an effort down at Fort James. And I discovered that the mangroves, you see, you read it in books, but then you see it yourself. The mangroves, and we really have to protect those mangroves. We got so much trash from among the roots of the mangroves.
Wow.
So, yeah, and in other words, if those mangroves were not there, all those bottles and all the other detritus that we've discovered and pulled from between those roots would end up on our beaches and in the oceans. And they are a threat, of course, to marine life.
They are.
And so just to let people know, Joshuanette, you teach.
Yes,
That
I
is
do.
your profession. In what subject in Antigua do we learn about our beaches and how to clean them up?
Fran, you're so funny. You're funny. You're funny. It is not in our school curriculum, unfortunately. And it is one of the things we need to have a situation where people know all the forts, all the historical sites, all of the beaches. However, we can't teach what we don't know. So that also becomes a problem. It's a one-in-one. We need to know it in order for us to teach it.
And so you are advocating for local history and
Yes.
things like that. You think it's important?
It is it's not just important, it is very important.
I'm gonna have to bring back Joshuanette here to talk about things in education, but that's a different story, dear.
Now, Joshuanette, again, remind the people when is the next cleanup, how they can sign up for this, how they can be a part of this, wonderful effort.
So our next cleanup, the calendar of events is also posted on my social media platform. We have the 28th of February. We're having a trail cleanup on the June 27th, on September 26th, and December 26th. We're cleaning trails on those days. And for the beach cleanup, we have May the 23rd, August the 22nd, and December the 19th. So 8 Sundays in this year, we're going to be doing something for Antigua and Barbuda, and that
Amen.
is we're gonna pick up some trash and leave at least one place cleaner, tidier, and spread some awareness about keeping our pride big enough, big up your chest. We're Antiguans and we're doing something for our country, and we're not gonna be solely dependent on the government.
Now, you're wearing a handsome t-shirt there. It's called Clean Up Beach. Clean Up a Beach. Are those on sale anywhere? Or how can one get their hands on that?
Once you log on to my social media platform and you get into the Google Docs, they're going to give you instructions on how you can have on a branded shirt, because obviously these events, just they are free of cost. You do not even, we provide the gloves, we have the face mask, because we're also taking COVID-19 serious, and we have garbage bags. However, if you want to get a branded shirt, they are 40 Eastern Caribbean dollars, and you can reach out to me on any of my social media platforms and I will make it happen for you. And it's Joshuanette's World on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and any other platform.
What about those people who are not on any of those platforms? Do you have a number that they can call you?
Yes, you can actually call me at 463-5674.
And when you're cleaning up, you're not only looking for middle-aged people or younger people, but you're trying to get a cross-section of
It's
people.
everybody.
Everybody.
It's everybody.
So Tuk, Mung, Sam, and Bagay can come out, no matter what your age is, to Joshuanette's World. Clean up a beach in Antigua, and you can choose. If you can't come all, you can certainly choose one or two of those dates that you can participate in this noble, worthwhile activity.
No, Joshuanette, when I was part of the cleanup effort down at Fort James, and by the way, going all around Sandhaven and all, we did all of that. And Sharon Martin, they came with a big truck, and they were able to pick up.
She's from what? Solid Waste or CBH?
Central Board of Health. She's the chief health inspector.
CBH.
Yeah. And all of those people. Oh, by the way, I forgot I did one with CBH as well. I did a cleanup effort. We went all the way from Sandals, coming all the way behind by
to clean.
To clean
The pond.
Behind the pond, yeah. That road there, so much garbage
Oh,
on both
lot
sides
of
of the
rubbish is
road.
there.
So much
Lot of
garbage.
rubbish.
Going all the way around by Splash, coming up behind by, and then going down to Fort James. We spent a whole day cleaning up down
So,
there.
Paul, you're suggesting that you can hook up Joshuanette with the truck to carry
Well,
away those bags?
We just, all we do, in fact, ask them for the garbage bags.
Okay.
Get the garbage bag. Tell Sharon Martin. Tell
Okay.
her.
Tell her Paul send you.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Get
have a
the
lot to
garbage
pull.
bags from them. Get some of those gloves, those disposable gloves, so we can pick. Because people do things in those bottles and stuff. So you're picking them up. They have all kind of crazy stuff in them.
Crazy.
So you need those gloves so that you can stay safe. And then right behind you, they have this truck, and it just come and pick up the bags of garbage. So they're not just laying there.
So, Paul, let me take the top of the hour, and maybe we can get 2 or 3 questions before Joshuanette go from the audience.
Let's have for the people, friends.
Rich in calcium, vitamins, and carbohydrates. Everybody who is going to Joshuanette's beach cleanup should put milk cow in their bush tea before they go. And they would definitely clean up with such a flair and spirit that you would wonder what they eat.
Yeah, it does a body good, that milk.
I definitely agree with you.
Joshuanette, you drink milk cow, no?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, that's. I'm just telling you. Look, Paul, I'm just telling you, you must be psychic. Look, whether you're drinking evaporated milk cow or whether you're drinking long life whole milk cow, you can get that at your favorite grocer everywhere around Antigua and Barbuda. And you don't know that mega distributors on American Road, they're the people that bring that here. You can call them at 562-6353. I got a case of milk up there when I was having my event, and I just pour those things in the tea that we make over there. Everybody can get milk up at mega distributors in Antigua and Barbuda.
Yes, the phone lines are open, 462-2911, 2912, and 2913. Any comments, any questions that you may have for Joshuanette Francis? Clean up a beach. That's and you're doing the trails too. You know who's excited about? And I mean, I just know he's excited. Mr. Peter Kelsick.
Because he's an avid cleanup
he's
person.
so concerned about the beaches, and so I know he's happy to hear what you're doing. And there are a whole bunch of beaches. Look, let me tell you, you haven't scratched the surface yet. There are all kinds of. I was down at Fort James yesterday, and I was at the back of on the fort, looking over to all those beaches there. What's the one? Pensioners Beach.
Yes.
All of those are beaches.
Ballast.
Going
Ballast
there.
Bay. Yes.
Those 5 islands down there, all of them have beach around them.
Yes.
I mean, we have more than 365
Paul
beaches.
said we have more.
Yeah. Look, as a boy, I used to go down the rocks there behind Russell's, behind Beach Limers, and bathe on a little beach there. And I looked at it again, and I said, boy, we used to do some dangerous stuff. And our parents didn't even know we were
If
there.
they knew you would get the bottom cut like
This
a
is the thing. And by the way, down at Fort James, there used to be a jetty going into the water facing
on the east side.
facing the Deepwater Harbor.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We used to run and jump off, do somersaults in that water there. I mean, I said, boy, I could barely swim. If my parents over here would get so much blow. And then there was Dredge Bay. We used to swim from Dredge Bay, go all around by where the mangroves are, behind by Bill Abbott.
You count
Dredge Bay?
I don't have that one on my list.
Oh, Dredge, you have to go.
You have to
put that one on my list.
It's where the Chinese get their food from now. They go down there and take the shrimp and the little triangle.
That's what they put in the shrimp fried rice?
Oh, Paul, I don't know. I don't know if that's the case. But they dig up. You know the little animal that we don't bother with? The little triangle looking. What they call them, Paul? The triangle looking one that burrow into the sand when the waves wash up. Somebody just tell me what they name the WhatsApp people.
They're in shells.
Yeah.
They're in shells, and it's
them
like
they dig out the sand and sift them out of the sea. I go down there and see them.
I'll put that in the...
In the little mangrove there, them they go down with some net. So you should go down and see.
What are you saying, Franz? That's the mystery meat in there?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. We don't know what the mystery meat is. It's a mystery. But look, let me ask you something. When I was a boy, I don't see it so much now, but I thought that I got more fruits at the beach back in the day than I do now. Of course, you have the seaside grapes. We see that dwindling quite a bit. I remember down at Fry's, I thought there were more seaside grape trees, but Fry's, you have the tamarind, you have seaside grapes. Should we not be making sure that we don't lose those fruit trees so that, maybe you can get a little snack if they're in the season if you go to beach? What are your thoughts on that?
In Barbuda, they have something called cocoa plum, and that's a delightful fruit. And it's on a vine that runs all over the place, all over the beach.
Oh,
you
cocoa
see that
plum is a vine?
Well, it runs on a vine. It grows on a vine, and you get.
I thought it was a tree.
No. It's really, really nice. Cocoa plum. They don't have them here in Antigua, but again, when you go to the beach, you can eat a lot of that over there.
So Fran is correct. I remember when I was younger, my dad, we used to go down by Seafort, and there would be some fruit trees. I think they had grapes. I think they're not grapes. Lots of guava trees. Yes. So. It comes back to us having national pride, because yes, I am a believer that it's the government's responsibility. But if you have some fruit trees and you decide, I'm going to donate, I'm going to grow them at home, and then we're going to go and disperse them amongst the beaches, you can. I feel like we need to get to the place where we move away from depending so much on the government. And we always say tourism is everybody's business. Cleaning the beaches is your business. Planting a tree is your business. Keeping Antigua and Barbuda clean is my business. It is your business. We all have to do our part to make it the best place to live.
This one said, Paul, I'm going to tell you about the voice of the people and them audience. Dice. What those things are called. Look at it. About 30 people done write in and say dice because the WhatsApp listeners have to be the most informed, educated, and then they have shaligo that they catch. You know how when they catch shaligo and eat them, Paul? Them they catch shaligo and yam them.
Well, we did eat shaligo back in the day.
You were just putting them in your pocket, Paul, but you weren't eating them.
Yeah. The Lord was merciful. Them soldiers caught them shaligo. They never bit me. They never bit me.
Let me take two calls here. Good afternoon, caller. Welcome to Voice of the People. You're here with Joshuanette Francis. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, caller?
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
You're on the air.
Yeah, when you look for dice, Paul. Dice.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Franz, I wonder if I ain't go eat lice. I ain't go no dice. I ain't
maybe
go
that he talking about
sitting in the cold. That is where the dice come from. Yeah. Nobody go on me. Let's go back to the phone lines. What's on your?
Yes. Good afternoon. Yes.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but anyway, say something about the beach.
Yeah.
Could it be because of the inaccessibility to the beach, people have become rather apathetical and, not following up with this to try to keep the place clean?
No, that's no excuse.
The beach, no excuse, but since the beach is like, them areas mostly for white people, and they can't access it, so then they become a kind of a way apathetical and do whatever they like because they can't access it.
Let me let Joshuanette answer that. What do you think about that?
No, one more thing I want to say because my money.
Go ahead.
No, the next thing On a lighter note, I hear your friends in the studio talking about man beautiful. And Francis I think Paul is asking you if he's beautiful. Man, if I was there and a man look at me and tell me if he's beautiful. And I'm talking in the language of my people, the language that they use to obfuscate their captors in order to free themselves. So I'm going to be talking the dialect. If me mean they, as a man, and Paul asks me if he's beautiful, you don't have to get your face boss in, no. No man got to look at your face but tell you he's beautiful. I am in your work together and some playing up for you, know. You can't even tell me looking at your face and playing with someone say, and then something.
Thank you so much, caller. Some people might suggest that many of us in Antigua anyway, let me take the call and then we're going to go back to it.
Sometimes you ignore foolishness. Did we use the word beautiful? I say you see how smooth my face is.
I think I may have said beautiful.
Oh, you said beautiful.
Caller.
Sometimes you ignore garbage.
Caller.
Good. What's in your mind?
Hello?
Yes, caller.
Is Joshuanette there?
Yes, she is.
Let's talk to her.
Joshuanette.
Hi, good day.
Hi, I like your spirit.
Thank you.
All right.
Like very good. Fans, any more WhatsApps that pertain to today's conversation?
This one says, I think Seafood has the biggest dice. Between Half Moon and St. James are 6 beaches. Coco Plum is also in Antigua. I have one in my yard and it's a tree, not a vine. That's what I thought.
But there's something that runs on the ground on the beaches in Barbuda.
Call us and tell us how we go.
Staying on the phone lines, what's on your mind, caller?
Good afternoon, Paul and Franz.
Good afternoon.
You was about cocoa plum tree and one bang. Cocoa plum tree is a tree.
So right. you sound Barbudan. So what's that thing that's
Paul,
on
you know me so well.
Yeah.
I have one here in my yard that died, but the young one's coming up now to give me another tree. Twice I have 3 and twice they died, and now I'm getting the young one.
So what's that vine that goes on all the beaches down in Barbuda?
I don't know, but that's a green thing. That's forever I always see that on the beach.
So no plum, no fruit grow on that?
Very big.
Oh, okay.
The Adam sand that come from Barbuda in the years gone back. They come with the seed and people have them all over now.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for informing me.
We have about 10 to 12 plants now under the old one that I'm going to cut down so that it can spread.
Okay. So tell me, the cocoa plum is like it's kind of soft
with white,
and then inside you have the white stuff.
I don't know. That's a period later take down a lot of the trees. We have red, we have black, and the white looking type. So I don't know if all gone.
All right.
Okay. Hey, thank you so much.
And Paul, you know, me and you talk all the time.
Okay.
France know me too.
All right.
Come here, France went to Barbados 2019 and the ferry.
All right then, good.
Okay, thank you so much.
Let's stay on the phone lines. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, France and Paul.
Hey,
good
how
afternoon.
are you?
And to the young lady in the studio.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. France and Paul, you never had rice and dice?
I have never had it.
I've never had it.
My family members have, but I have never had it.
Oh, because I'm born and raised in the Adventist, and my grandfather wasn't my mother's father. I remember going up to Newfield, he took us up to Guinness one time, and Guinness had a pretty beach up there, and when they took up the ice from the sand, trying them out, and then went home and boiled them and say, I have to eat it. From my house, you have to eat it. Adventist now. So my first time eating Roman raisin ice cream, my time to get to eat Roman raisin was
by your grandfather.
When you go up there, my grandfather, he asked him what I want to eat, and the mommy mother couldn't tell us no. You can't eat. Once he put him on the bite, he cook it. You have to eat it.
So, but what I can tell you, caller, is that me and rice and Wilkes over in Barbuda. The other day they see at the first time me and rice and Wilkes seafood rice. Lord.
I had that with a friend on a Fries Beach. We went around the rocks just by Dennis Bar. We go around the rocks here, and he took my wife and his girlfriend, and 4 of us, a couple thing, and he took a saucepan, one of them bluebird saucepan, tin bluebird tin, open the tin and boil them right in the sour water, the sweetest juice I ever eat from this fresh pick.
put the part of the seawater and boil them in the pan right there.
Right there.
And then my wife, I remember, went down, same Fort James, and dig in the sand and pick the dice. But only dice, it's so small, and plenty sucking, little thing for suck out. They are open and pick out, you know? That's a word. Just like
in fact, in fact, then you take a pin or a needle and pick it out.
To pick them out of the shell.
It's a lot of work
to pick them out the shell.
Now it's coming back.
Pop them out. Once you put them in the rice, you put the rice, they open the side top, and you boil them. But it's a lot of little sucking out or picking out to do, you know. Just like eating them. I call them sunflower seeds.
Yes. Yeah,
the same thing.
All right.
Like sunflower seeds.
Thank you so much for your contribution, caller. But right now we're going to take the break and then we're going to come right back.
This is Observer Radio.
You're listening to the voice of the people on Observer Radio.
Welcome back to Voice of the People on Observer Radio 91.1 FM. Paul, Franz, and Joshuanette Francis. We're all in the house. And Joshuanette, your final words.
Before she go, Paul, I have to read this particular WhatsApp here. Hey, good afternoon, Paul and Franz. Listening to the discussion about the beaches and the cleanup initiative by the young lady. Kudos to her. However, this cannot be the sum total of the discourse or the effort. There is a greater need for discussion and effort around personal responsibility. Beach users need to pay attention to their beach use practices and clean up after themselves. Take trash bags, use them while there, and take their trash away. Joshuanette, what are your thoughts on that comment?
So I'll comment on that, and I definitely agree. It is our responsibility, and I will go back to our...
And that's what we've been talking about.
Yeah, tourism is everybody's business, and it's your responsibility to take your trash home with you. And also to the gentleman who called earlier, we cannot be slaves in our own country. Slavery was abolished years ago. There's no such thing in Antigua and Barbuda in 2021 where we're going to say a beach is for quote-unquote white people or quote-unquote tourists. All of the beaches are for us. There is no beach, as Franz says, that you do not have, you should have access to. And if you don't, you need to report it to the relevant authorities to get something done. And you must know your rights in this country. You can't be like, oh, it's a white person beach and that's why we're not going to keep it clean.
So on Joshuanette's world, I'm going to challenge you. This WhatsApp is asking, how many beaches have sought to prohibit locals? Is there a list? If you can flag the beaches that you think is either inaccessible or where you had somebody prohibit you from going, so that we can get some police and go over there one day. Flag those beaches so that we can round up as many people as we can and go and occupy them. We cannot have beaches in Antigua where people are prohibiting the people of Antigua and Barbuda from going. So just make a note on it, and we make sure that there's no discrimination happening here in our own country. Apartheid must not live here in Antigua and Barbuda.
That is true. We can't be slaves. We cannot be afraid to enjoy. We cannot be charging people to come here, and we as locals, as slaves, we cannot enjoy the fruits of our labor. And with that, because I'm on the hunt for 365 beaches, a part of the initiative is to clean 4 beaches, and I'm also an avid hiker, so I'm cleaning 4 trails. And you can definitely find me on social media, Joshuanette's World, on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and all of my adventures are documented on YouTube, and be a part of something great.
And again, in response to that WhatsApper, the discussion is also, a big part of the discussion is cleaning up the beaches. And again, make sure you get in touch with Sharon Martin,
I will.
the Chief Health Inspector. Ask them for some bags. Tell her to the date that we're going on the cleanup. What's the next one? What's the next date?
Our next cleanup is not a beach cleanup. We're going to be cleaning up a trail, and that is the 28th of February. And our next beach cleanup is May the 23rd.
Very, very good. Because when I was down at Fort James doing that whole thing around from Sandals all the way around, they provided a truck, and the truck would follow us, and it came and picked up the bags right behind us. So they were not left at the side of the road. It was a great thing. And again, We salute you, Joshuanette. Great stuff. Your enthusiasm, I tell you, you bubbly. You drinking milk cow, eh? You're bubbly.
Well, since you drink milk cow. Look, Joshuanette, I'm going to bring it back. But I'll talk about the curriculum and some school
That's
things.
a whole different story.
Totally different story. So we'll leave that for that time.
That is also a very necessary conversation. But thank you very much, gentlemen, for having me today. And again, for anybody interested in being a part of something, not just for Joshuanette's World, but for Antigua and Barbuda, you can reach me on any of the social media platform. It is Joshuanette's World.
And you're saying that those handsome shirts can be had where again?
Also, just send me a message on any of my social media platforms, or you can call me at 463-5674. That number again is 463-5674, and I will hook you up.
Very good. All the best, my dear.
Thank you.
All right.